It's day 38, bitches. Buckle the fuck up. Today's a big one. It's day 38. Sometime in the AM, 10 a.m. Yeah. We're about to go into the belly of the beast. I thought it would be appropriate to really show this in phases. To be honest, I don't actually know where to start. I feel like any good story, we start at the beginning. If you want to get lost, just follow me. It's impossible to know what the right lighting for a situation like this really is. This is the room, this is the closet door of the room of a man within striking distance of my own age. Don't get me wrong. I like Splinter and Leonardo just fine. This is where I draw the line. It's too much Play-Doh, too much homoeroticism, and it's just not right for a 30-year-old man. Just watercolor on this front door, and his obligatory Winnie the Pooh sign with a name I will leave to mystery. Even the door thinks I should get the fuck out of here. I think I gotta flip around for this bitch. I don't think I can do this one. Maybe I can. Maybe I can just narrate this. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. So, this is a Coca-Cola bottle. This is probably the most normal contribution to the room. That is mine. Behind us, I see we have Billy Joel. Well, reasonable. Award. Mathlete. I doesn't like a mathlete. Looks too. Doesn't look Dungeons and Dragons. Doesn't look that cool. I'm guessing something predating Harry Potter. I don't know. I gotta be honest with this one. Glow in the Dark Star I can get on board with. I believe that's a homemade slingshot. I'm actually kind of on board with that too. Maybe this guy's not so bad. What's better than dinosaurs? Fucking Chinosaurs. It's actually kind of a cool little aerial, but when we get into bed, we find that there is just a creepy as fuck mobile of, I don't know who they are. I don't know what they are. I don't know why they are. I'm unable to identify what I'm seeing across the ceiling. Well, I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. But there does seem to be a procession of some kind. I fear that when I find the end of them, that's where the guy jumps out of the closet. And next thing I know, he's wearing my skin. Not even Back to the Future, but fucking Back to the Future 2. Really? Like two is the shitty one. Like one is good, one is great. 3 is, I'm in the train and shit, but 2, we didn't get hoverboards. We didn't get hoverboards. Some time has passed now. In my, not sure what to call it. It's exile, perhaps. Although I feel, in a way, not entombed as much as preserved in the time capsule of a 9-year-old boy. who happens to be a 30-year-old man. I feel that these beasts may just be misunderstood, perhaps telling us some kind of story, some kind of warning. Oh, Draco the Dragon, that's hardly original. Scorpius. Oh, wow, maybe this is astrology. Oh, sure enough, there is the sign of Perseus, who, of course, cuts off the head of Medusa. I believe many of our fine ex-girlfriends and boyfriends are, in fact, the sign of Perseus. Andromeda. Now we're going a little more celestial. Cetus. Now, of course, none of these are in any way cardinally related to their actual positions in the sky. I think it's important to remember that. This would be due, let me think for a second here, south, and the rest of the sky would be relatively empty until, of course, we come, well, perhaps to our Milky Way of, I knew there was a story to tell here. Aries. Where are we at now? Virgo. What did I get? Aries again? No, Aries. Capricorn, of course. By the way, fuck you, Capricorns. Just nothing personal. It's a Frosty Box thing. Here we are. Of course, the poor sign of the dog. Lepus, as we know him. Or Airbud, perhaps. Again, we have a second Perseus, in case your first Perseus wasn't Perseus enough. And then we retreat to nothingness. It's magical, isn't it? So come with me. Let's explore some more. We have a rather straightforward airplane made out of a map of a subway of what looks to be the London Underground. Oh, here we go. Whoop. This would apparently be the, obviously a king, but I'm guessing this is the king, perhaps Arthur. I'm not going to go with Saphius, which I believe means head, not king. I'm going to go with King Arthur from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Cassiopeia, the queen. Of course, most beautiful are. Cygnus, the swan. Libra, you most balanced of scales. Patron saint of bipolar. And lovely Ursa Major, the big old bear butt. No asterisks, mind you. We have many lava lamps. Perhaps he discovered, as all people do, that lava lamps not only serve no purpose, but have a limited lifespan. I'm not even going to go into this. I'm actually surprised. I see no footy pajamas. Of course, here's my gear. But no footy pajamas. Although, they're still there. All night. Their loving embrace. Is he like rubbing his area where a nipple would be if you weren't a turtle? Exactly how mutated are they? You know, I don't want to know. It's a little dark to shoot in here, but this is a good ambiance. You might wonder why I haven't chosen a different room, or why I'm, as I'm sure you can well imagine, relatively unclad. I feel as though I have to do this room a favor. Despite my rather Spartan sex life as of late, I believe that the mere act of laying in here is probably giving this room more sex. than it's ever seen and ever will. I don't honestly know what more to say. This is so fucking surreal. And yet, we have the obligatory white trash dreamcatcher. Ah, whimsy. It's day 38, bitches. And what a fucking day it has been. And it's not even close to through. Just take it in. Take it all in. Burn. And deconstruct. Like a theremin, we can actually manipulate the light with just the hands. Actually kind of a cool effect. It's currently about 0100 Pacific time on what I believe is Thursday morning. Sorry, this is really hard for me to drive right now, but I'm driving very slow, and if you could see where I was driving, you would laugh because it looks like I'm driving on the neighborhood version of a miniature golf course. Roads, not in a golf course. But anyway, I had to go with the night vision, of course. You can actually see me, otherwise the alternative is that, which is probably not as compelling or engaging. Felt fine. Felt like I was great to drive. You know, I mean, I'd been up since Monday. So that's Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday now coming to Thursday. It's only 72 hours, which is actually in my within my window of time that I can acceptably function during a mania episode without completely losing my mind. But I, as soon as I got in the car and realized it's stormy and it's dark and I'm kind of in a neighborhood I don't really recognize that well, and everything looks like a dog running out of the road, a dog stopping in the road, a car that isn't there, headlights that aren't behind me. There's fucking nobody on the road, and yet I'm trying to make every single possible nothing into something if I can, because that's what your brain does when you're tired. My brain, at least. It looks for patterns, and it's really good at looking for patterns, and it will make them out of anything it sees. So this is just, I don't know if this will air or not, but if it does, I might have to clean up a little bit of it or change the privacy settings.
I'm not really public with the fact that I, you know, well, I am public, but whatever. This might be a good filler if I can find a way to make it work for day 38, part 1 and part 2. Now technically we're in 39, but nothing bad happened. It's just going to be a... Well, you've probably already seen most of it by now, I would imagine. And I am coming up... Oh my god, it is really coming down. Power's on everywhere, though. So I'm coming up on my... Although a bunch of shopping carts are blown over at Safeway. I am on the east side, so... Anyway, wrap it out. Now comes the easy part. I just gotta go into the store and buy some stuff. Hopefully I don't look too disheveled for being up for days, and don't forget to put my cigarette out, and don't forget to bring my wallet. I'm good to go. Got in, completely forgot the whole reason I came, and ended up buying this, which doesn't look big just because it's at the camera. It's actually bigger than my head. Apparently I'm thirsty. I know this shit's probably terrible for me, but so's not sleeping for a week, and I don't have any control over that. System ready. Just the chaos. Chaos kind of feeds it, and sleeping medication makes you drowsy, but it doesn't actually make you go to sleep. Huh. Both my angel eyes burned out. So I think I might go back to the wee dragon's lair and try shooting him a little more footage, and then maybe see if I can't actually fucking call it a night, which would be frabulous day, Kalu Kalay. I would most certainly chortle in my joy. If anybody who missed Tennis's class remembers us memorizing the Jabberwocky with eyes of flame whiffling through the told you would, burbling as he came. I can't get that fucking thing out of my head now. That drive from there to here was a lot tougher than I thought it was gonna be. I'm glad I'm back. Glad I'm back. Any questions? Oh. Looks like we might have one right here. Yes, you with the hand up? You had a question. I'm not convinced he got past the instructions. It's a lot of lava lamps. I think it's a little dated for any package to say harmless. That includes something that could potentially, I don't know, be swallowed by a small child, or perhaps shoved through someone's eye violently.